YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my video that was supposed to go up yesterday, but as I was premiering it yesterday, as soon as the battles came on, I forgot to mute the audio for the battles, so it was overpowering my voice. New setup fail. Apologize for that. So we're gonna do this today. There's 2 more days left. Today, the 28th, and tomorrow, the 1st. They extended it, or else they would have been the last day. So 1 of 2 videos is going to come tomorrow. I right now am at 3297. I am 0-2 in this net, so I'm probably going to go down. But I got over 3300 today too, and I'm put the leaderboard when I looked at it today was 33.3 something. So I'm just going to try and push hard these next today and tomorrow. And if I hit leaderboard, even if I don't hit leaderboard, I think going over like my best matches tomorrow would be really fun. Unless season 11 info drops sometime today, then I will do that tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll see either my best battles from my leaderboard push, or you're going to see season 11. But let's talk about this team. The reason I wanted to refilm this because it's Gyarados, Umbreon, and Shadow Raikou. And Zanuck already did this one because this is submitted. Ooh, I should actually bring this up to say who it is submitted by. It is submitted by Jose Paul 8, who was at 3,099 when these videos were shot. And when I did this the first time around, there was a lot of, I'm probably going to do this. I would do this play, and he's doing all of them. And it really does show the difference between the mindset of like what I think is like a legend trainer and those below. So I think these like 5 battles here will show you just like little things that you need to think about when you're playing, like when you need to swap, who is your win condition Pokemon, how do you do stuff like that. So let's just get into the battles because I think these 5 really do a good job showing that. So Gyarados into Lantern. This is like a neutral-ish lead. So probably just going for, so we have Lunge and Cross Poison. Going to lower the attack because you could probably survive 1 anyways. But let's just make sure we can survive 1. Lower the attack. Throw right when they're throwing 2. So this is going to just do, let's see. So another one will take you out. They give up Switch, which Umbreon, having the team that I'm running, like everyone knows the team I'm running, it's the one I uploaded on Saturday. This Umbreon is not a great swap in here because you can lower their attack and do significant chip damage with these lunges. So decide to shield up here, knowing that you can still be taken out here, but being able to chip Umbreon a ton is huge. Plus, you have your own Umbreon in the back, which could align with, which is again, is a tank. I guess I didn't explain this team. Gyarados, which is like your spammy, get ahead, hopefully grab shields. You have your Umbreon, which should be absorb all your energies. And then you have Raikou here in the back, which is just going to spam charge moves, like really hard hitting charge moves. So here we go. Lantern comes back in. We have 2 wild charges here. Go back to back here. And you should probably go back to back and then reset on Umbreon immediately. That would be my play. So there's 1. They get 1 more Volt Switch too. I guess knowing your opponent's energy is always positive, which I do not. There's your 2nd. Reset on Umbreon. Yep, that is your... And again, I'm sure most of you who are subscribed to me already know this. You reset a defense, any buff or nerf. So if you attack your buff, or if your attack is lowered, or same thing with your defense. If your defense is lowered or your defense is raised, once you make that switch, it automatically resets those characteristics. So that is why a lot of times you see people just go double wild charge and bail, something and bail. It's because that resets it. So for those of you who don't know, that's how it works. Piece of cake. 1 shield and Umbreon against Skarmory is going to have no problem there. Gyarados into Hitmontop. This is a pretty decent matchup because, yeah, and out comes the Umbreon. So again, Umbreon is a safe swap, but Gyarados is tough. Like Gyarados is tough for my team. Anytime I see an Gyarados in the lead, I basically auto lose because I can't work around it. A Charmer in the lead, so lower their attack, and this is a really good play too. This is heads up play. You can, even though you lowered their attack, two things going on here. You lower their attack enough, which is fine, but you still don't want to just like stay in there because then you're going to have your Umbreon against Hitmontop, which is not a great matchup, and then a Shadow Raikou against that, which is not a good matchup. So lowering their attack, doing good chip damage, and now you have your Umbreon on here. And what this allows you to easily do is you're going to lower their defense enough. You lower their attack enough that these last resorts aren't going to do anything. You are now going to make sure you have enough energy for this exact same scenario. You're always making sure you have energy to be able to throw and burn out that switch clock. And now you've got this good matchup here. Probably going to shield because a Stone Edge would take you out. Is a Stone Edge. So now probably built up a bit more. Throw that cross poison. It's going to take it out. Hitmontop's pretty glassy. So they shield. Oh, this is way too spammy for you to shield that. Yeah, I think you just need to probably let that go down. Because I don't think you're going to get to a new move before they, take you out. So that's just a waste of a shield. Stuff, switch. Lantern comes in. Probably just going to do what they did the first time. Build up, lunge. Lower the attack. You already a bit hit. Can I get to a second one? I think it's going to be close if you can survive or not. But again, this is kind of like you can survive because you lower their attack once. Good snipe by the opponent. But now you probably just come in Raikou, Volt Switch, or you just come in. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Then just take this out. I was about to say, or chip it low enough and then come in Volt Switch. You want to try and get ahead on energy here a bit, I think. Hopefully they throw, or you just come out with a ton of energy. Like you can probably just snarl this down and come out with a ton of energy, or I was going to say that's the ideal play is getting ahead on energy here, because the wild charges are what's going to like one shot, right? So getting just like 1 or 2 volt switches through are huge. So second one goes through, knowing that the charge move is really the only thing that's going to take you out since you're also electric. So you save the shield, back-to-back wild charges, 1 shield, no problem. So that's also sort of like a good idea on their part. What they tried to do there with the Umbreon was they tried to come in and get the opponent's Umbreon to dump all their energy. So that way you can come in and Volt Switch down and hopefully not have to take multiple moves. So that's what you did. You came with the Umbreon, had the opponent dump their energy on you, and then came in, tried to Volt Switch down. They did have enough to hit one, but one is not going to take you out. So no problem there. Gyarados into Quagsire. So this is a pretty rough, I guess, rough lead. Yeah, because the poison is resisted, so you can only throw a lunge. The Stone Edge, even if you lower their attack, this is still going to hurt. You may need to shield. Yeah, you need to shield. What you could do is throw 1 lunge here and then bail into Umbreon. Or force that last shield. Or not force the last shield, force 1 shield. No, I think you may have to catch here. 2 times lowered, you may survive now. So you may survive and then just take the 1 shield, like lot. So that Stone Edge still does a lot. Cross poison just to try and get this out of here. It is resisted, but it's pretty low, so I imagine you're probably okay. Yep, so take switch, and it's a Skarmory, so that's huge. Doesn't matter, you got good alignment here with your Raikou. I expect them to instant swap to whatever they have in the back once you come in here. So there's 1. They get out of there into their Umbreon. I would probably throw. Yep, throw to burn a shield. You're going to get the shield for sure, but the shield doesn't even matter to a certain extent. Why would you not get the shield? Oh, you're so dumb. Sorry to your opponent. I remember this the first time around because I had I had this exact same reaction the first time around. This opponent just threw this game completely. So here's the problem with what they just did there. You know you have a Skarmory, and your Skarmory is absolutely useless against this Raikou. Like, unless it's running Flash Cannon, all the fly moves are resisted. So your Skarmory is essentially useless here. What this just allowed them to do was chip the Umbreon so much that you can now just take it out with your own Umbreon / Raikou. You're going to get this move off CMP. I tried to get out of there, but we just CMP'd there. I probably just going to get out of here now and Volt Switch all the way down, come out with multiple moves here to throw. So they're going to have to shield up anyways. They're still going to lose. But this is what I'm talking about. There's nothing that's going to threaten this. So your win condition there was a 2-shielded Umbreon. And you like they're going to use the 2 shields anyways here, but yeah, no, they're not. Yeah, just it was just a waste of a. Don't take that damage. Don't take that damage unnecessarily. So good win. Those are the things about like again. This opponent's obviously a legend. I didn't see their name, so I don't want to like. But you gotta just read that you gotta save that. So tough lead here. I imagine Umbreon is immediate safe swap here. Yep. So Umbreon comes in. See if you throw right away. So this is what I've learned. This is a trick that I will give people right here. So they just go for CMP time Brave Bird. What I found in a lot of these matchups is, especially with the Make Her Go matchup, if I have my Charmer on the front. So if a Make Her Go comes in, and this is, okay, Quillfish is not a good response because 2 foul plays take it out. But what I found is, let's say I have my um, Charmer, my Fairy Gramble against their Make Her Go, which is resisted. So I come in with my Umbreon. I talk about this in my Saturday's video. If you come in immediately, you'll get to the foul play just before they're getting to their what's usually a Rock Tomb. So what I like to do is throw immediately to do that chip damage, because often what they'll do is, so one, you do 2 things there. One, you're burning the switch clock a bit, your switch clock, and locking theirs in for when they eventually make that switch. And 2, what it's going to do is allow you to get some good chip damage before they lower your attack. Now, there's no lowering attack here, but what I would have been worried about there, so they go down to shield here. Now, yeah, good matchup here. Can you get to it before? Yeah, this game's pretty much over. Oh, Quagsire. Okay, Quagsire's tricky. I assume you're going to come here. What's in the back? The Skarmory still, right? So I think you just got to stay in here. Yeah. And this is, I remember this the first time around too, which was a very smart play, shielding and everything. Why? Let's talk about this. Anyways, go watch my Saturday video for full explanation. Why this is a smart play is because what you do not want is your Skarmory to come in and basically just farm down your Ariados, right? So if you made that switch, let's say you hit the wild charge, I need to reset, I gotta go on my Ariados. What they could do is come with the Skarmory, full farm down, hit and come out with a bunch of energy to hit like a Brave Bird or something on your Raikou and you lose. So your only win condition in that matchup is to just throw the super effective, so throw the Shadow Ball, neutral move, go for the aggressive farm down, throw a move to take it out, even though you're 2 times lowered. Do that. So the Ariados matchup against Sudowoodo. So this is interesting because obviously Sudowoodo has a good matchup with the rock slides because you can only throw the lunges and it takes 3 lunges. Again, I've played that enough. Quillfish is not a good catch. Anyways, sorry. Quillfish takes 2 foul plays to take this out. So now, and it takes a while to get to their energy for the sludge and it doesn't do enough. Well, it takes 2 foul plays plus snarls. So now they're at a huge disadvantage. Anyways, what I'm saying is, what was I saying? Right. So the Ariados takes 3 lunges to take out the Sudowoodo. So you need to eventually come in here with one of the other 2 Pokemon. You can't come in here with Raikou because you're just gonna get countered down, and you can't come in like Raikou is not something you come in with even like shields. It's something you come in with like a shield down and try and get ahead on energy, stuff like that. So your best bet is Umbreon, even though it's a counter user, right? So you're coming in there and look at that. They came in and now not only have they lost shield, they're going to lose switch too. Don't come in with Quillfish against Umbreon, please, people. It's the worst matchup. So now you have an option here. You can either come in Raikou, shield up once, and try and get Wild Charge off. What I like better is this matchup. Agreed. Because get some lag there. Well, you already have energy for starters. But basically what you want to do is what I said in the battle before. You are looking for your opponent to dump all their energy on you. Right? All you need them to dump is one. They do not dump. I'm going to hit them with the lunge to lower their attack so that you can probably come in here and start volt switching all the way down. Um, I think you can probably take one, but you probably need to shield one too. And I would throw maybe, I don't know if you can take one, so I throw it maybe just before. Okay, so you know your bet. Yeah, and this is why this opponent is good. Not opponent. This viewer submitted is good because they know how much energy they can take. Because right there, same thing. They lower their attack. They knew they could take one energy ball. They get to 2 wild charges. So they can go back to back here because their defense is lower. They really don't want to take 1 or 2 counters to be taken out there. And that's how like a Volt Switch would be basically 2 counters. So they can't do that. So they need to come out with 2 energy back to back for the win. It's a 5-0 to get them to, I think that if I remember from yesterday when I filmed this, like 3170-ish. And it is Dino. Way better than what I've been getting. So that is the team. Raikou, shields down, 3174. Shields down is super strong. Umbreon is still really good at absorbing energy. And Ariados is just so spammy and pretty wide coverage overall. And your 2 back Pokemon, like really weak to Skarmory, but your 2 back Pokemon can deal with that, so there's no problem there. So thank you for the submission. Like I said, I'm almost at 3,300. Hopefully I can hover around there within leaderboard range. I'll bring you my best battles tomorrow, or I will bring you news if we get news for season 11. And I'll give you not only the news for season 11, but some of the things that I'm thinking about doing with other content creators and myself. Like a lot of you have already talked about like doing like videos on like when to fight for Switch and when to not do that and stuff like that. So I will try to maybe do a couple of those like one-off videos that I'm doing, like tips and tricks videos. So if you have any specific, I've read about when do you fight for Switch video. So I'll think about doing that one. And then if there's anything else, let me know. Hopefully this does not have terrible other audios around. I can hear my kid crying in the background, so hopefully you don't pick that up. Usually it's pretty good, but that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.